Hey guys, this is Camilio and welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction, live on Twitch every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are playing Space Quest 6 and Roger is has still not gotten over the death of Stellar Santiago. Let's go to our quarters.
Looks like you have a message waiting for you.
Oh, what is this?
Wow, a message for me. I must be getting popular. I wonder what it is.
Roger, help me. I only have a moment. They faked.
Stellar, what happened? The picture's gone. You're alive?
No! Let's go to the bridge. Tell the captain. Let's look around first.
This is the bridge, the very nerve center of the SCS Deep Ship 86. The enormous deep ship cost millions of buckazoids to build, stretches on and on seemingly without end, and limps along at a snail's pace. Sort of like the first Star Trek movie. He's the ship's engineer. That's the communication officer. This is the communication station. All intra-ship, ship-to-ship, and ship-to-surface communications are routed through this terminal. Except when the communications officer is too busy leaving juvenile, my M5 Multitronic unit is more powerful than your old Daystrom laptop messages on Internet. This is the engineering station where the power grids and engines are constantly monitored to make sure they're within StarCon spec. Or at least somewhere around a point close to an approximation of the same general idea of StarCon spec. The main view screen is filled with stars and distant galaxies, representing untold scores of civilizations and a vast amount of untapped knowledge that could reshape the way we think of time and space. But more importantly, you're proud to notice that your new squeegee didn't leave any streaks. That's Commander Kielbasa, dummy. With these controls, Commander Kielbasa can override navigational subsystems, access ship-wide computer functions, perform sensor sweeps, and get to level 6 of Super Nunzio World. With these controls... That's Dorf. That's Dorf. With these controls, that's Commander Kiel... No, wait. It's his scratching post. No, it's his command center. Scratching post. Wait, kids, don't fight. It's both. With these controls, Commander Kielbasa can adjust the elevation, tilt, rotation, and firmness level of his command center. And if you put in a quarter, it'll massage 320 different acupressure points.
This whole thing is awesome. The fact that this is a joke.
It's Commander Kielbasa's kitty litter box. This is where he makes most of his best command decisions. Not to mention all of his log entries.
Of course.
This is the science station,
Check it out.
housing the advanced
I
sensor
am the
system,
ultimate badass.
extended computer reference modules,
the
and
badass
pattern
dog.
detectors.
You do not want to fuck
This
with
is
me.
the enormous sort of...
Hey, level 1, thanks for the host.
This is the bridge, the enormous sort
I
of...
think that's it. Let's talk to the guy.
Commander Kielbasa, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I've just received a distress message on my compost. And it was from Stellar.
Wilco, have you been whiffing cleaning fluid again?
I'm absolutely as sane as I've ever been. She's being held on Delta Berxilon. by Sharpay.
Wilco, do you realize how irrational that sounds? We buried Stellar. You were there. Maybe you need a rest. Take a couple of hours off.
Sir,
Kielbasa out.
Wilco, we have our orders from StarCon and we'll be carrying them out. Drop it, Janitor. Leave the bridge now, Wilco. I've made my decision.
Okay. I just realized that you never need to come here. In the whole game. It's kind of weird. Transport. Brig. No, we don't need to go to the brig. Let's go to the shuttle bay. Someone should remake the cell shaded. Nah, fuck shit, cell shaded. This is perfect. This is awesome.
Magnum opus belongs to an elite StarCon fighting forces called the Flying Flingers, FF for short.
They don't even make games as well, some, but as detailed as this. Not this space here. This is not detailed compared to other places.
That's Chesbro, one of the shuttle bay guards.
Okay, let's talk to them.
You consider saying hi until you remember how dedicated he is to his job, and you wouldn't want him to get in trouble for slacking off while on duty. I wonder why you don't worry about that for yourself. Magnum doesn't talk. He fancies himself to be like one of those Buckingham Palace types.
Okay. So I won't waste time here. Donut. Oh, whatever. This is not how you spell donut, I don't care. FF is Fantastic Four, you Wilco noob. Okay. Can we do this now?
Don't pick. It feels.
I need to switch donuts.
That's del. That.
Oh no, that's later. No, I can't do that now. Yeah. Because essentially I want to put some morphine into those donuts. But I can't.
Don't.
If I try the morphine on that, it won't work.
Boy, wouldn't it be? It would appear.
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that worked. So I need to get in there. This is not one of the easy puzzles of the game. Let's go do transport. Anyway, I'll be back. They're closing here, as always. Okay, can we do something here?
Due to its proximity within the ship, many of the superstructure elements of deep ship pass through the transport chamber. You'll probably remember this quite well since escaping from dangerous situations. After all, it is your forte.
Hello, Ordillion. How's it going?
Due to its proximity, the transport alcove contains transport pads for up to 5 crew members and/or supplies. Above each is a subatomic particle scanner. This droid is the teleporter station technician. It's all business. This is the transporter control panel. The droid assigned here handles all transport duties from this station. It's a flux condenser. You haven't a clue what it does, but it looks kind of cool.
This is an item we can click
Due
on.
to its proximity within the ship, many of the
Okay, I think that's it. Love the voice. Oh, of course, that's Gary. Something. He's awesome. He's on voice in a lot of things. He's not a nobody. When I was young, I couldn't stand his smug attitude, but I didn't understand the joke. But now I can get it. As an adult. Not that I've played this game like every 2 years since then or something. Let's go to 8 rear.
A peaceful panorama of light, color, and limitless black space drifts quietly by the window, the infinite flow and ebb of matter and energy dancing around itself in a never-ending light show of creation.
I want to see something blow up!
This is 8 Rear, the ship's lounge. Here crew members come to relax, drink, eat, converse, party, hit on each other, brawl, hurl, pass out, and intrude on each other's personal space. A friendly Mr. Soylent food replicator stands in wait to serve anyone who wants a snack. Technically, these aren't replicators. They're wormholes into the restaurant universe. But the food still tastes replicated because the chefs in the restaurant universe are mostly ex-Monolith Burger employees and know nothing about food. This is 8 Rear. 2 scientific dudes stand by the back window, talking stars. It's hard to say anything sarcastic about them, since stargazers are inherently cool. 2 scientific dudes, and we thought the Elvis 1987 poster in our office was tasteless. And we thought an unusual plant specimen that someone left behind. It appears to be thriving here. Perhaps it prefers beer and popcorn to fertilizer and you-grow-it lamps. The anti-grav seats make sure you're always the proper distance from the table and that you're never short of legroom. It's your old non-organic friend, Circuit Sydney.
Hello, Roger. Please join me in consuming something.
Okay.
Thanks, Sydney.
You seem uptight.
Say what? Upright? What are you talking about, Sydney?
Uptight was the word. Perhaps that is too archaic a reference for you. It would have been more effective to say that you seem concerned.
Oh, yeah. I do have a thing or two, well, at least something on my mind.
I am sorry to hear this. I hope your concerns are soon alleviated.
Thanks, Sid. I do have to come up with some solutions. Sydney, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
Flame away, Roger. You know I'd give you my right appendage if you needed it.
Funny you should say that, Sydney. I kind of have this situation where that very item could come in handy.
Really? Well, I was merely saying that metaphorically.
You really are a great friend, Sydney. That'll come in real handy. I can't thank you enough, Sydney.
Well, if you really are seriously in need of it, I suppose I could lend it to you. You will get it right back to me, won't you, Roger?
Oh, yeah. You bet your nut flanges, Sydney.
Right back.
Sydney, I kind of need another favor. I need one of your eyes.
Pardon me, Roger. For a second, I thought you said you also wanted one of my eyes. I must have my auditory circuits diagnosed.
Well, actually, Sydney, I could use one of your eyes.
Are you certain, Roger? Well, I guess if you really need it...
Oh, I do. I really do, Sydney. You're a mechanized lifesaver.
You will return them soon, right, Roger?
Oh, of course, Sydney. Real soon. Listen, I've got a couple of things I've got to attend to. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Sydney.
As long as you say it will be soon, Roger.
Oh, yeah. See you soon, Sydney.
That's an inverted Illuminati sign. That's even worse. Hey, McFladron. Yeah, take that. And we're out. I don't need you anymore. Bye-bye. cyber function database, communication database. So believe it or not, we really have to go into the entity database. Known races. And you can go through all these races. Extinct. There's a couple that are interesting. Bjorn. The sea slug, that's in Space Quest 4. Hernan Sea Urchin, I think it's in... That's some kind of a screen-like beak. Crazy. Andromedans.
It feels...
Yeah, I won't go through all this, it's pretty crazy. So I think you have to go into Space Monkeys. Sarians. Sarians are a humanoid race, treacherous, evil, but always eager to please. Sarians make wonderful oaths, especially if you're their enemy. They pride themselves on their techniques of torture, mutilation, disfigurement, napkin folding. Can I have him?
This is your standard compost.
No, he can't read it. If he would read them, maybe I would have done them. Next. So that they're doing this, then their best to grind you in the fine red paste. Oh, they don't make reference to him. The Vulgars are a peaceful race of brilliant and logical thinkers, whose only real joy in life is to stride around the galaxy with superior attitude and correct other people's grammar and spelling. They also enjoy designing other space strategy simulation games. This makes them nearly as insufferable as in university academicians. Sorry, but not as well paid. Considering their placid and studious lifestyle, it's interesting to know that the Vulgars have developed an extremely practical martial arts technique called the Vulgar Nerve Pinch. This is tactical oral maneuver in which the pincher pinches the bundle of nerves fiber at the base of the neck while whispering dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. This particular combination of stimuli results in a stirring flash of pain and then unconsciousness, which can last for several hours. The technique is demonstrated in Olu program 555-1212. Oh, that's interesting. So, and that's the last entry, like V. If you start at the start, you'll have to go through all of them to get that little piece of information. Then go into transports, and then we go into the Olo cabin.
This is the hollow joint. There are the usual compost and transport tubes as in all other ship locations. There is a special control panel near those. Otherwise, the room is nearly devoid of features. The truly unique thing about this room is its ability to be programmed to replicate just about any setting and situation. It is often used for training as well as for periods of recreation by the crew. This is the
very interesting.
These are the
Those buttons seem to be self-explanatory. I wonder what they do.
There you go. So 5 on 5 5 5 1 2 1 2 go. This part is awesome.
Welcome to Holosuite Program 555-1212, the Volga Nerve Pinch. Despite our reputation for being pacifist, we Vulgars have developed an extremely practical martial arts technique used mainly for defensive purposes. It is called the Volga Nerve Pinch. This is a tactile oral maneuver in which the applier pinches the bundle of nerve fibers at the base of the neck while whispering into the victim's ear dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. This particular combination of nerve stimuli and loss of cerebral control due to the torturous mantra of movie dialogue results in a searing flash of pain and then unconsciousness. In effect, it is similar to a temporary orally induced lobotomy. Victims are soon rendered unconscious for several hours. When they awaken, they will remember nothing of how they came to be unconscious, if they are extremely lucky. I shall demonstrate on my most eager volunteer. You will please to pay attention. Address the subject in this manner. Please to notice the location of my hand as I begin the narcotic chant of cinematic morphine.
He mutters something thankfully unintelligible into the ear of the volunteer.
Oh, thank you, sir. Maybe you can fix me up with your sister. I have told you after her. We're gonna have margaritas together. Oh, the two of us get we have fun. Oh, get a hubba going in the wee. And I just like that.
So, as you can see, it is very effective. If you can apply a proper grip to the neck, it will disable 9 out of 10 neck-bearing species. This completes our program. Thank you very much.
There you go. And now I know how to do that. Transport. Let's go to Shuttle Bay. It's not donut, it's pinch. It's the pinch first. The donut will come after. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's just do this.
Ooh, boy, I got you with my fingers in your Kurt Russell. No, you can't get away. I got you now that you've got a... Hard to believe this is a real job. Oh, my... Oh. So how come you're not going down? I got you with your mumble jumbo and your hubba chubba. Ooh, boy, if I only could, I would. Jeez, why don't you step outside, pal? I got you with this, and I think I broke a fingernail here.
Nope. Of course. We all saw that coming. We are now into the brig. That's why I didn't want to go to the brig. And as a young French kid, I didn't know what a brig was before this. I was like, what? That's a brig? It's a prison, you mean? A brig. Okay, brig.
This is some very fine food, whatever it is. I'm sure you'll find it quite to your liking. Heck, it's probably better than what they feed you janitors. Live it up! Oh, that darn light needs to be amplified. I need to contact maintenance.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, so it's pretty nice. Okay, we can do this right now. Oh, we'll look around, so it doesn't matter. Now we have a bunch of foods. Can we eat them? No. Let's look around.
That would be Dorf. It's a hovercraft for transporting replicated food. From where you're sitting, it looks like freedom. From where you're sitting, gazing out the window reminds you of a legendary prisoner named the Birdman of Deep Ship 12, who raised homing pigeons in his cell for months. He then hatched a scheme in which he'd write notes and attach them to the pigeons and send the pigeons out the window in search of help. Naturally, the birds would immediately explode upon being released into outer space. But he never gave up. When he was released, he was heavily recruited by SOL Incorporated. Home sweet home, until you figure out how to get out of here and away from that nearsighted security guard. Home sweet home. This is now your bed. Suddenly you find yourself wondering what kind of festering, slimy, pus-laden criminals have sat on this very bed, and what they've left behind.
Golly, this food looks so good it might be worth becoming a prisoner for. Yeah, like I'd sure want to be in your position. Not!
That's an Illuminati sign. Illuminati confirmed. Major Tom.
Halt! Who goes there? Oh, it's me.
Oh, did I? Oh, I talked to myself?
I hope I never get so far gone that I end up talking to myself like this. I hope...
You're back in your home sweet. You can hear him and sense his presence, but you can't see him, which is a good thing if you've just eaten. Well, the way this room is arranged, and given that you're locked inside the cell, if you stretch your neck real hard, you'd break your full neck before you could see that.
This goes way
This
too
is
fast.
some very fine food.
Oh. Well. Let's do the thing here. Yeah, you combine these items here. With this.
Nothing happens. See, most games would just give you a generic response when you try something useless like that. But we've custom-tailored this response exactly for you. Careful. Nothing. Careful. Now it has...
Okay. Now it has ears.
That's an interesting idea.
That's what he said. That's not ears.
The rack of a rat adds a nice touch. It's one of the interestingly shaped It's a plate of grill. It's the right arm circuit Sydney was so kind to loan you. It's the dough. It's a tuberous growth of some sort from the food cart.
A tuberous growth. Not a tumorous, not a
Nothing
tumor
happens. See,
most
in this... An interesting idea. Something's starting to take shape. What are you up to, Roger? In this game... Careful. Nothing.
There's an order for this.
A touchment of that adds something more to your work in progress.
Then...
How creative. That's a nice touch.
There you go. And then you got the Roger. Because that guy can't see. Just put it there. And I think you go in
Not
there.
now.
Oh, I see you have a visitor.
Oh.
I'll leave you two alone, but you know the rules. 10 more minutes and they have to leave.
Yikes, it's a good thing Dorf's so vain about wearing his prescribed much thicker glasses. That was too close. I nearly dampened an undergarment.
I wasn't fast enough. And he comes back so fast.
From where you're sitting, it looks... It looks like a John. Note, we would like to apologize to all those members of the audience named John who might have been offended by the preceding message. It's not our fault that your parents named you after a bathroom fixture.
Oh.
Home sweet. If you look at it, it's a sink. If you smell it, it's a toilet.
Well, let's just look at it.
That's a good joke. Nice coming back. That didn't take long.
Enjoy. I'll be...
Nice work. Sometimes you actually surprise me.
Yeah.
This is a dispenser that releases a steady stream of dihydrogen oxide, a colorless limpid liquid compound that acts as a solvent and keeps bodily tissues from dehydrating.
I mean...
This is a receptacle for digestive byproducts, which are then briefly churned with dihydrogen oxide and then transported under pressure into the tanks in the replicator's sub-processing unit.
Okay, but if I look at my toilet, it just...
This is a receptacle for digestive This is a
it doesn't say John anymore. It just says John when you're in there. Interesting that it's different.
This is the brig area, where transgressors are placed for punishment and supposedly rehabilitation. In order to strike fear into the hearts of evildoers, the cells are labeled 105 and 106. Actually, these are the only 2 cells aboard the ship.
Yeah, we know that.
But the subtlety is usually lost on these intergalactic criminal types. This is the brig.
Okay. Of course, gonna open this.
Now there's a real bright idea, but then perhaps you deserve the consequences. If the force field were turned off, you'd be the only one to suffer the consequences. In the event that someone might be looking over your shoulder, we'll save your embarrassment for another time.
Hey.
Game over, man. Game over.
Nice.
Being a good Samaritan is one thing, but you should have been just a little skeptical about that move.
That's fine. I saved and you can try again. It's fine. So, we did the bridge, we did the brig, 8 rear, yes, hello cabana, of course. Roger's quarters, shuttle bay entrance, sick bay. Yeah, we looked at everything in the sick bay. I like to look at everything. Listen to that great Gary's voice. He passed away, by the way, that guy, unfortunately. Shuttle bay entrance. All communications are offline. The 2 charts. Database, ship functions. We can auto join. So they just explain what the auto join is. There's nothing to do with the food replicator. I'm surprised by this. There was a demo of this game, which was a completely separate adventure. It's just 1 or 2 puzzles, but you can access all, not all, but a couple of the bridge, 8 rear, your quarters, maybe sick bay or transporters. I don't know. Not all of these, but a couple. And I think you have access to all of the entity database. Again, it's part of the puzzle, the known race. Okay, we are done. We are going out of here. We're going to the shuttle bay entrance. Go check out what I found one of the funniest joke when I was a kid. I still find it funny, but it's something. Oh yes, this on this.
Good thinking.
Who? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. It's not necessarily all this that was funny, but the last part. That was like, what the fuck? It's a reference to another Sierra game. Yeah, I would just crack up when I heard that. The first time and even like every other time I would play. Till about like the 10th time. Then it wasn't funny anymore. Well, it was still funny, but... Here in the tower. And then you do this.
Ooh, boy, I got you with my fingers in your Kurt Russell. Now you can't get away. I got you now that you've got a... Hard to believe this is a real job. Oh my god. So how come you're not going down? I got you with your mumble jumbo and your hubba chubba. Oh boy. If I only could, I would. Jeez. Why don't you step outside, pal? I got you with this. And, I think I broke a fingernail here.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring.
Okay. So now you can do this. Oh, no, that's not. That doesn't look right. Wow, it's completely... Whatever. This and then this. Yeah, there's a glitch here. He should be closer to the door and thus working. But now it seems I could have done it here. I should have done it here. It would have been funnier. Ah, man. Look at this! This is just beautiful. This is one of the best screen, I think, in the game. All these ships. And all the ships, pretty much all the ships are references, I think. We're gonna look at all of them.
This large, well-ventilated shuttle bay is probably the largest single room on the ship. Which is why you can often find Andorian megopeds playing hacky sack in here. This refueling pillar signifies, instead of F8, this post used to have a picture of a large cartoon mouse, but Starcon removed it after being threatened with legal action by the same company that lost its shirt on Andromeda Disney, the first amusement park on Andromeda. This support is labeled F9 so that entities can easily find where they park their shuttles, pods, runabouts, and other mini-ships. The Deep Ship's shuttle has a reserved spot in this row. This workstation allows manual control of the shuttle airlock and other functions, most of which are routinely handled automatically by the ship's computers. They're incomprehensible to use, so don't even fool with them. You hear a disembodied voice saying, "Remember your parking space, Luke."
So this is, of course, a reference to Star Wars, but what is this?
Ooh, a mint-condition 57 Gateway Bel Air with mag thrusters, overhead lifters, and 4-pod barrels.
This one I'm not sure. This one I'm not sure. I'm sure it's another one. This is Star Trek. And even this 1701D. And this is it was kind of puppets. It was Thunder. I don't know. And it's like the 5, something like that. Or maybe it's something else. Like this is the Marines and Aliens. This one I don't know. This one I think I saw this movie. It's an old freaking movie.
This baby's a sleek streak Corsair with push-button tranny and dual airbags. These balsa wood shuttles are really maneuverable, but they don't last 2 seconds in a phaser battle. Some guy wearing a Delco air filter on his face parked this shuttle.
Delco air filter.
This Kiapian runabout strikes fear into the heart of the Japaxian Empire. It's a good compact shuttle for under 8,500 buckazoids. This Tiberian skimmer may look intimidating, but it's seriously underpowered. And that clear steel compound cockpit is particularly vulnerable to meteorites, baryon radiation, and large insects. It's a standard Starcon shuttle built for speed and maneuverability. Unfortunately, with a budget of only 550,000 buckazoids, they had to leave off certain amenities, like airtight seals, decent shields, and restrooms.
Restrooms.
What a beauty! A true museum-quality McKinley Ultramarine Blue Runner.
It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
In your dreams. Some woman driver parked her shuttle here and contaminated the whole deep ship with these acid-bleeding, multi-jawed exoskeletal aliens, and you had a really huge mess to clean up. Just for that, Kielbasa refused to validate her parking slip. This large, well-ventilated shuttle bay is probably the largest single room on the ship, which is why you can often find Andorian megopeds playing hacky sack in here. She can't take much more of this. He's waxing the ship.
Okay, I think that's it. We can't try to get in one of these, I think.
Don't pick at it.
There's no way. Not even
The hatch there doesn't seem to be anything in there except a rag that says, "My father was betrayed at Kittimer, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt."
Is that a reference to something?
You search in vain for a way to open the hatch to this shuttle.
No.
Oh yeah, real smart. Let's go poking around inside a pod that's probably carrying a half-dozen miniature face-hugging, saliva-dripping, face-eating, exoskeletal alien piranha things.
No.
And while we're at it, let's split up so that we're all alone and defenseless, okay? Not. Careful, if you scratch this baby and someone finds out, you're going to need a positronic neural assist circuit to help you swallow your lunch. It wouldn't be prudent. Don't. The hatch to this shuttle is It wouldn't be prudent. Use some. You run your hand enviously along the wide, bulbous lines of the gateway.
Nice, Knackles.
This shuttle appears to be triple locked with a security bypass and a redundancy cutoff circuit. Those rebels are so paranoid.
Oh, I'm missing something.
Yep, I really don't. Yep, he's non-functional, all right.
Oh.
It's a key.
Oh, that's what I needed. Oh, let's do this again. No. Move around. Move around. Hey, Roger. Come here, Roger. Oh, he's kind of stuck here. Huh. Oh. If I click here, does it work? Okay. At least I don't have anything else to do here. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I'm running through Scummvm and I thought it was like completely compatible, and I think it's the first time I run it through Scummvm. But one thing is for sure, apart from compared to DOSBox, is when the 3D animation comes in, it's much smoother, and everything seems to be much smoother, but a little bit more fast. Like everything runs a little faster. Like these things, like it's a little more fast than I remember it. Same thing with this. Everything, kind of everything. Like even the movement.
This might be the one. It looks familiar.
But it's not. What? Oh, it's fucking fried.
This is the data coder's LCD view screen. When powered up, the chemical compound being scanned for appears. See how easy?
Oh, great. The data quarter seems to be fried.
Whew. We'll pick up this.
This is the... This...
Can still move things around, but...
Oh.
The power must be off.
There's no... there's nothing to do with this. So, just... push the end on this.
The shuttle's alarm is now deactivated.
And now we can open this. And this is our shuttle. It will be a shuttle for the rest of the game, essentially. There's some stuff in here, but check it out later. Let's look at stuff here.
The shuttle always looks trashed like this when it gets back from one of those intergalactic tailgate parties. This tank of emergency oxygen serves an incredibly important purpose. It ensures that the shuttle's hatch makes a neat hissing sound when it opens and closes. The shuttle always looks These passenger seats are for picking up colonists, ambassadors, visiting dignitaries, and people who are too neurotic to handle transporters. Can you believe that, in this day and age, there are people who object to being dematerialized, broadcast to some remote location, and then rematerialized? It's not as if we were asking them to take off from LaGuardia.
Who in the world left all this trash in here? Isn't somebody supposed to clean up the shuttle when it comes back from a mission? Oh, wait. That's me.
Oops.
On second thought, it doesn't look so bad, after all.
Oh, that's
Who in the world left all this trash? Oh, wait.
It's an old cup of MC Cola, the cola that gets you hammered.
Okay. Oh, MC Hammer.
You're not that Gee, you finally decide to do some janitoring. Great timing.
Yeah, why not?
Gee, you...
we need to pick up this. Can we pick it up? Maybe not. Oh, yes. Okay.
These are the seats for the pilot and navigator, built of a semi-translucent gel foam that molds itself to the shape of whoever's sitting in it.
Nice.
The semi-transparency also makes it easier to spot loose change and crumbs that have fallen between the cushions. These are the seats... The shuttle bay doesn't look so spacious from in here. In fact, it looks kind of fuzzy. This is the shuttle cockpit. You sit here. You will be smart. You will make it go. You will make things work.
Nice.
This is the...
Okay. Oof, there's a lot of stuff, but it's not that complicated. Trunk, hood. We'll need that eventually. Let's just power up the thing.
Nothing happens. That button must not...
Oh, I thought that did eyes.
It says power. Could it be that this button has something to do with the power system of the shuttle? Nah, that sounds way too obvious. This looks like the launch initiation button. At least that's what it says it is. These are navigational system readouts. This button activates the manual override state. It is effective only while in flight. This button activates the PTS system. It's the Intermix Confirmation Display button. Cool! This button is for the Movies option package available in the DS-86 series of shuttles. Too bad StarCon was way too cheap to spring for it. Cool! This button is for the Games option package available on the DS-86 series. It appears to be the shuttle's version of a glove box. It reminds you of one of those hand pumps you use when the Astrohead plugs up. It's a tube of Elmo's Gluzol. It's the most indispensable item in the universe. Duct tape.
Exactly. You know your stuff.
This is the...
In the known universe.
This is the... That's the retinal scanning unit. Upon launch initiation, the operator is asked to place his or her eye against it to be checked for proper authorization for operation.
That's why you took the eye.
This is the photo triangulation system unit. It houses the optics as well as the print recorder and ejector.
Man, I have no idea how that works.
This panel would control the weapon systems were this shuttle so equipped. It's the right side.
So, power, initiation, intermix not correctly set. Make necessary adjustment before initiating a launch sequence. Nav.
Nothing happened.
Photo. That's the thing I need to do. Movies. Subroutine program card. Isn't there a guy that appears here? It's not now, maybe later. Oh, can you put that in? Recall. Oh, I don't have the disc anymore.
It's the recall notice for... It reads, Dear Ham Shuttle Owner. It has come to our attention that there is a minor misprint in the owner's manual for the one...
Yeah, we'll need that later. That's not what we need. So, is it in the manual? Intermix. This. I do remember checking this. Is it in the manual? It might be. I didn't think I need it. Because there's something here. There's a solution to last month's puzzle. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff here. What the fuck? No, it's not in the manual. Oh, yeah. Well, it kind of helps because the current code is lasagne. So you have to do like... You have to look at the elemental table of elements, and like mercury is... Well, we need La. So La is... What the fuck is La? Can't even find it anywhere here. There's only one change here, I think. Sulfur works. La, sodium, is it that? L fucking A. I'm gonna go in the interwebs. It's gonna be faster than looking up at stuff with my eyes. LA is Lanthanum. 57. What? Yeah, you're right. Okay, it's right there. Lanthanum. You have access to that? Yeah. Sulfur. This is silver. I think that's it. Retinal scan. Oh, pop. We got an eye. I want to save just before going out.
Let's see if this sucker works.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little animation here. Not this part.
Hey! Here's your fish!
Like this would be so difficult to run back in the day.
Janitor Wilco, what are you doing? You have no authorization to take that shuttle. To make matters worse, you have launched into the middle of a super double reverse anti-anomaly. You will turn that ship around immediately and head back to the shuttle bay. Do you understand, Wilco?
Bite me, Commander.
What was that last transmission, Wilco?
We're having a little problem with the signal, sir. I mean, with all due respect, sir, I did plead with you not to leave Stellar behind. Sir, I sense that something's just not right with that community. I don't believe Stellar is dead, and I just can't leave her there. I'm going to do this, sir, regardless of the consequences. Stellar saved my life not once, but twice. I owe her.
Well, that was her own stupid mistake. I demand that you return at once, Wilco. If you do so and surrender now, your record will be taken into consideration during your disciplinary hearing.
Oh, that'll help you loads.
I'm sorry, sir, but I just can't. I have to do this.
Wilco, you fool!
Just then, the shuttle is sucked into the anti-anomaly. Communication with the deep ship has been disrupted.
Like the little glitchiness of the sound, something like a clickiness. It's kind of weird. It doesn't do it right now. A little bit. I was doing it earlier. It was there back in the day, so it must be something with the engine of the game. I don't know. Like the more stuff that was going on screen, the more like the sound would glitch. It was not glitch, but it was kind of staticky. It's difficult to. So we are stranded in space. Stranded in space right now. Let's. Oh, there's this. Yes. Yes, this. I love this guy.
Sir, I am unable to access the navigational computer. I am guessing that it may have overloaded just as the divalium crystal somehow went offline. Once repairs have been made and the shuttle engines have been refired, I believe I can follow the deep ship's ion trail back to Delta Berxilon 5.
That would be quite cool, Manuel. You sure about that?
Once the divalium crystal has been repaired, our electrical system reestablished, and the engines fired, I am 97.2% certain.
Why only 97.2%?
I judged 97.2% to sound more hip to our audience than would 100. You would have to mention it.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. It's the players you ruined it for. Sir, we are unable to proceed with the divalium crystal offline. A lack of power to restart the engines, and with a potential engine blockage.
Wow. The crystal seems to have broken. I swear it wasn't me.
Now we're in deep.
Hey, I've gotten us this far, haven't I?
Yes, and what a wonderful place it is. How did I get hooked up in this deal? My agent's going to be hearing from me big time.
What? Hey!
Yeah?
It feels nice.
So what you have to do for this is use
You pour glue all over the crystal.
Because that is a divalium.
It's a piece of divalium
crystal. And then on this. And then you put it on. Boom.
You hold the glue-coated segment to the broken divalium crystal for 10 seconds to set the glue.
There you go. By the way, of course, my reflex was just putting glue on that and put it on, but it says like, oh, you need to put glue on this first. At least it said it. Yeah, I have to sit again because there's some stuff I need to do.
Your whimper is my...
Like, power is on.
Swell. There's no...
Trunk.
You pull the handle and hear something release on the outside of the shuttle.
And the hood. And exit. Oh yeah, of course.
EVA suits weren't designed just as a fashion statement, Roger.
I needed to do that, of course.
These are the shuttle's jumper cables. That sure doesn't make you feel real secure about this spacecraft if those are standard equipment. It's a help sign. The unfilled hollow of space is now just a fabric's thickness away. You forgot just how much more spectacular the view is from outside. You won't find anything like this in any oxygen-filled environment except maybe for that small vacuous chamber barely holding your ears apart.
Okay.
It's a help sign. These are the shuttle. That, of course, is your freshly stolen shuttle from the deep ship 86. That, of course, is your... That, of course... That, of...
Oh, we need to pick up this.
What's with this fish deal? Now one stuck in the engine intake.
That's one of the reasons that all this thing crapped out on us. Picking up that fish, you remember where we got that from? It was from Elmo Pug at the beginning of the game. So we pick up the cables. Pick up the sign. He's gonna close that off. Okay. Save here again. So I'm gonna put on the sign. It's gonna go into a little animation, waiting animation, and I'm gonna take that time to take a little break and come back in a couple of minutes. So I think you just put it somewhere here. Can't remember. Yeah, somewhere.
Hello, sweetheart. You look like you could use a little assistance. Is there anything I can do?
Well, yes, there is. Thanks for stopping.
Well, you just name it, I guess.
It seems I've stalled my engines. Could you give me a jump? I have cables.
I'd jump you in a heartbeat, dollface. I guess you must have got caught up in that anti-anomaly. They can be a real pain in the... Well, anyway, let's get it done.
Well, here's your end of the cables.
I'll let you know when I'm all hooked up. Contact!
Okay. We have to look at what we have here.
It's the recall notice for the owners. It reads, Dear Ham Shuttle Owner, it has come to our attention that there is a...
What reads as any more knows when jumping the 1000. Please match the plus cable and with the plus terminal on the polar flux repeater. Follow the same procedure for the minus cable and minus. Oh, it should now read as any more unknowns when jumping the plus. Please match the plus with the something at GB and the negative with the 0. With the O. So plus, negative. Got it. Play. The red cable. The red cable is the positive, so this. And then the other one. Yes, I can read. Can you look at...
That's just another thing I don't understand. That.
Where's Gary? Whatever. This.
Okay, Manual. We're all hooked up. Give it a try.
Bye-bye, Sugar Bunny. I gotta be running along.
Hey, thanks for stopping to help me.
The animation of
See ya.
that shuttle of hers is just incredible. Like this. Love it. All the 3D animation. Okay, yeah, that's it. We're out of here.
You neatly replace the EVA suit in its proper place.
So that guy said he could follow the trail back to Delta Bergsalon, which is the lab where
Good work, sir.
Stellar died.
I believe I can now follow the ion trail of Deep Ship 86 back to Delta Bergsalon 5.
Let's do that. That sound I was talking about. Like this part right here, that thing, as stupid as it looks, was extremely difficult to run. It was so choppy, that rocket or rocket ship or whatever that we saw. It was like, oh my god, it was so funny. It was not funny. It was like, oh, my computer's gonna crash. Okay, it's okay. Just for a 2D point-and-click adventure game, I don't think the engine is that solid. It looks great, even by today's standard. I think this looks like high def. It doesn't look like retro necessarily. Delta Bergsalon 5. Is it 5? Ah, whatever. The docking bay. Quarters. We cannot go into the quarters.
You press the Lab B button, but the Ascendo pad...
So it won't open. I didn't want to go to Lab B anyway.
Wow, a mad scientist working on a planet called Delta Bergsalon. You wonder what he's doing here? Designing women, perhaps? Sorry?
And this whole thing, this Delta Bergsalon place, is supposed to be... tells you in the game, but it's not super clear, but it's kind of a retiring home. Where that old lady Sharpay, which is the evil character in this game.
An overhead readout constantly displays the lab status. Oddly, it reports that all conditions report green. Perhaps it's colorblind. This is one of the nanotechnology laboratories in the Golden Light Years research installation. A couple of Bunsen burners sit on the counter.
Well, there's a bunch of things to look at here, so I will click on everything.
A couple of Bunsen burners. Hey, they've got their own multiband UV wave bath straight out of the Ed Mundane catalog. This is one of the nanotechnology laboratories. The lab table is illuminated by a full-spectrum trithisonium bulb that simulates the naturally occurring light of a trinary star system. This is the only piece of equipment in the lab that's totally unfamiliar to you.
That thing here?
It appears biomechanical in nature with a metallic skin that seems to expand and contract slightly.
Nice.
This lab table has a pleasingly round shape and a conveniently flat surface. This is the only... This depiction of a region holder is based on science fact and current NASA research. Science so hard, you could bounce an asteroid off of it. This depiction of... You think it's an Erlenmeyer flask. As usual, though, you're sadly mistaken. An Erlenmeyer flask is conical. This flask is spherical. Shows what you know. This depiction of this lab tape. A beautiful ruby-backed flagellant hops around in this cage, whipping itself with its prehensile tail. You peek inside the cage and see Trip Thrip, a kind of moth that beats you up, steals your team jacket, and then eats it. A cybergenic incubator. You've heard about them. You've seen pictures in magazines, but you never thought you'd actually get to see one up close.
Big whoop.
You peek inside the cage and see Trip Thrip, a kind of moth that beats you up, steals your team jacket, and then eats it. This cage appears to be full of endearing little furry purring creatures. You vaguely remember seeing similar creatures on someone's screensaver. The markings on this tank indicate that it's full of Fresnon, a deadly nerve gas. Symptoms of exposure include slurred speech, a red neck, raisin-like wrinkling of the face and extremities, and a sudden fondness for livestock. Okay. This is one of the nanotechnology laboratories in the Golden Light Years research installation.
Golden Light Years.
It's just techie stuff. There is a Callahan Muddy here. Seems you remember talking about those things to someone recently. There's a nice variety of books on the doctor's shelf. The Hidden Life of Orats. What they don't teach you at StarCon Academy. All I need to know I learned from the Q Continuum and the hunt for red corpuscle. I think it's a damn box. Say, they've got all 4 volumes of Asik Iazomov's Foundation Trilogy. It looks like maybe it holds a set of books or something. This would be something foreign to you. The subject of this memo reads, Submicroscopic Neural Linkages. This lab report charts the progress of the Golden Light Years Orbital Retirement Village. This page appears to be a memo from Sharpay to Dr. Bellows.
Oh.
Read it. It's a monitor. You've seen one before. In fact, you're seeing 2 right now. GDAD, it's a North Gateway with 5 gigabytes of RAM, a molecular memory hard disk with infinite capacity, a dodecaspeed CD-ROM drive, microsloth-compatible mouse, and a built-in 10K pin laser printer. Just 3 more gigabytes and you can install OS2 on it. It's Dr. Bellows, Delta Berxalon's token evil science.
Hey, this guy ordered himself one nice desk chair. Hey.
By Levy Shoemaker, you're rude. What do you think you're doing?
I was only going to...
Spare me the details and please leave me and my chair in peace. You're not even supposed to be here.
think I never touched his chair. He really doesn't like it.
You wipe a few...
Corner? What corner? But, okay. I'm confused.
Oh.
You wipe a few crumbs off the corner of the lab table. They're permanently attached to the counter. You consider switching the multiband UV wave bath to a UVA so you can catch a quick tan, but you're pretty sure someone would yell at you about it.
Oh wow, they put in everything here.
That's odd. They're all marked Roger Wilco, do not touch.
What the fuck?
Say, sturdy.
Insert your own excuse here for why you can't pick up the flask.
Nope.
You write, wash me, in the dust on the lab table.
This is clever of me.
You write, wash me.
Yes,
This is-
yes.
You'll keep your hand out of the ruby-backed flagellant's cage unless you're looking for an angry red welt across your knuckles. And who isn't? Hey, 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 careful. These endearing little furry purring creatures have only 3 rules. Don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, and, oops, wrong endearing little furry purring creatures. Careful, the Orion vivisectional mud puppy also enjoys vivisecting the occasional humanoid finger. Don't let the crip thrip out. It could be rabid, and there's nothing more dangerous than a rabid moth. You'll flood the entire containment area with cyber genes. Now we want you to go sit in the corner and just think about what you almost did. Nice try, but highly refined smegminium such as this weighs over 2 tons per gram. It also won't win you any friends on the singles circuit. You've got far more important things to do than read books right now, like play computer games.
Exactly.
That's delightfully non-help. You've got far more important things to play. You summon the ability.
Oh, he was getting tired here. But like, I say that because that's how it worked. Like, they would decide to put like a developer would have time to just put the description of all this. Like, is there a description for this?
Do you understand me? Sprechen Sie
Exactly.
Deutsch?
That's what I'm saying.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous
Plaatu
français?
barada nikto?
Oh, an Evil
Apparently,
Dead
it
joke.
is either non-sentient or sentient, but a good enough judge of character not to want to encourage you.
I told you this was an awesome game. If you put an Army of Darkness joke, it's even better. Not better. I like Evil Dead 2 better, but Army of Darkness it's highly quotable movie. So quotable. So yeah.
Burn, baby, burn.
Exactly. It's the only area that we saw this. Maybe I've missed a couple.
I
but-
like how you make my shirt and teeth look so bright and snazzy.
What the fuck?
Nice rack you've got there. Do you understand me?
Apparently, it is either non-sentient or sentient, but a good enough judge of character not to want to encourage you. It's meant to hold beakers, not to hold your tongue. So, hold your tongue. There's nothing to drink in the flask.
Nope.
You counter with another silly remark. You decide to table the dumb remarks for now.
Oh, I need to talk to this guy.
The sound of your voice irritates the caged creatures and makes them jump up and down excitedly and hoot and holler. That's odd. You had the same effect on the inmates when you toured the Starcon penal colony. And stop giggling at the word penal. The sound of your voice irritates the caged the sound that... Yes, it resembles a Tootsie Roll Pop.
What?
But you're still better off not applying your tongue to the cybergenic incubator.
Oh my god.
Way too disgusting. Cut that right out.
Nano, nano.
Wow.
Nano.
That I remember the nano.
Your words are so unspectacular, nature doesn't even see fit to grant it an echo.
I know I need to pick up something in
Mr.
there.
Wilco, I would advise you to stay out of my personal belongings. I do not want to have to get physical with you. Mind you, I will if I have to. And don't think I can't take you.
Oh! Take me.
He's kind of gross looking.
Take me right now
Mr. Wilco,
on this table.
I would advise you to stay out of my...
Hello, Doctor.
Janitor Wilco? What in blazes are you doing here?
Well, Doc, I got a distress call.
So why are you here?
Because I know it originated here. In fact, it was from Stellar Santiago.
You're out of your mind, Wilco. Now go away and leave me alone. I've got important work to do. Goodbye.
I know something's up here, Doc, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. You'll be sorry, pal.
Yeah.
Oops, whatever. Bye-bye. Go away. You're afraid of me. There you go. Oh, that other music was way better, so I'm glad that I did all that stuff while that was around.
It appears to be an old 1586 circuit board. Oh, that's right. You're not supposed to be a techie. We hope we didn't confuse you.
I'm starting to be a techie.
It's just an old beat-up chip. You've heard of black boxes, haven't you? Well, this one's red.
Not a techie, a trekkie, or a trekker, or...
It appears to be a Callahan Moddy. Seems you remember someone talking about these recently. You take possession of the Callahan Moddy.
Yes, a Moddy.
It's just... It appears to be an old... You've heard of black boxes, haven't you? Well, this one's red. It's just...
That's it. I think that's it.
You've got far more... It wouldn't be... You quickly thumb through the report. It goes into nauseating detail about how certain parts of the orbital village were constructed using microtechnology. A race of micro-robots developed here in the lab by Dr. Bellows built critical sections of the village that would have been hazardous to assemble by normal means. This helped the project come in under budget and in record time. Moreover, the technology developed for the project can be applied in countless other ways, further defraying the cost of the research and development. The implications of this don't hit you for several years. You pick up the memo and read through it. Sharpay was concerned that the secondary transplant subject had evaded recruitment and that steps would need to be taken to either procure the subject forthwith or find a new STS. As usual, you're not really sure what they're talking about, but you're sure you don't like the sound of it.
They're describing their plan, essentially.
You pick up the memo and read through it. Sharpay was concerned that the secondary transplant subject had evaded recruitment and that steps... As usual, you're not really sure what...
That's me, the secondary, so I'm the secondary?
You pick up the memo and read through it. Sharpay was concerned that the secondary transplant subject had evaded recruitment and that steps would need to be taken to either procure... As usual...
Okay. A new STS. Counting. All accounting functions are currently down due to blah 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 blah. Thanks you for this mention.
These aren't online yet. Apparently budget isn't a big concern here.
When are we getting back to the shooter action in this game? And about 15 minutes. All research functions are down until further notice due to insufficient funding. Talk to your local congressperson to complain.
Who wants to look at boring old research records? Try something else. It's the
In about 15 minutes, there's a first-person shooter part. Communications. Oh. Oh yeah, this goes way too fast. I'm not even joking. Back in the day, this would
After
take
a click
like
of the screen button,
forever.
Prodigy begins to painfully, slowly fill the screen. Oh, screw it. Even you don't have the time or patience for this.
I don't get the Prodigy or thing, but it kind of mimics the internet back in the day. Like, photos would just... Insert Cyberjack. This is what you need to do. I can't
You summon
do it right now.
It's a monitor. You've seen one before. It's just an old-fashioned disc. It looks like a... It looks like G-Dad.
No, it's the thing. Okay. We did everything we needed to do here. Goodbye, everybody. Maybe mouth these things?
Sorry, this computer uses a primitive manual interface.
No, it's pretty primitive.
Can't talk to a computer. What do you think this is, 20th century Earth? You can't talk to a... You can't talk to... You can't talk...
That's how they recorded that thing.
You can't talk to a...
I think that maybe there wasn't a double check on that, since mouthing stuff is not a thing even maybe a beta tester did.
You drool in that... These are old-fashioned books. You can't talk to them, print them out, edit them, transmit them, or upload them.
It's pretty boring stuff.
You start to say something, and then you remember that you're supposed to be a man of act... These are old... Your utterances...
Okay, that's it, guys. But I'm gonna try... mouthing stuff.
Can anyone hear me?
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, the player can. You mistake the dual layers of polycarbonate sheathing for some sort of lickable wallpaper, and you give the wall a lick.
Oh, nice.
Hey, the snozberries taste like snozberries.
No. Oh, so that is not... So the snozberry tastes like not snozberry is really a straight up quote from Willy Wonka, right? I thought they changed it for Super Troopers. Is that, no, not Super Troopers. Is that the name of the movie? What's the name of that movie? Shit. I think it's that.
These are...
Where the guy licks the window and is like, it's the snozberries, like, he's super high. Okay, docking bay. We need to get back out. I'm gonna mouth other things. And ants, other things. Like it's a complete other experience. Like
you try to rust, chip, peel, or repaint the walls of the Ascendo pad, but the dual layers of expanded polycarbonate prevent you. The Ascendo pad guide rails are, like elementary algebra, beyond your grasp. You can't reach them. You're inside the Ascendo pad, and they're out in the shaft. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you.
Wow.
There's nothing in the monolith burger wrappers that looks big enough to bother eating. There's nothing... Desperate for intelligent conversation? Desperate. Imagine how the rest of the crew feels when they're around you. Your utterances fall on uninterested oral organs.
That's what's usually happening when you do that.
You get a jump on... Conversing with inanimate objects is a tankless...
This is one of the... what do I say? Like the filler...
You get a jump on... The gel is flavorless. Oh. It's like there was a party in your mouth, but nobody showed up.
Yo, anything hiding under the dashboard?
Wow. Another animation was pretty choppy, not that much. This was less choppy than when we were in the cockpit. The cockpit was just...
I believe I may be able to tap myself into the PTS and perform a limited set of functions.
Ooh. PTS?
Yes, sir. PTS, the Photo Triangulation System. It was installed as a crude backup navigational device to the modern navigational computer system. It's what you see before you mount it in the middle view screen.
Middle view screen, like this. PTS. I never understood this little part here. You click on this. Photo triangulation system. Online. Oh, let's talk to this guy.
I am here to serve you.
Yeah, serve me.
Your utterances fall. You start to say something and then you get a jump on. Your words caught.
Exactly.
You get a jump. You get a jump on.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Hey, don't put your mouth.
Instead of all these great description and jokes. Was pretty funny. Yeah, now you do the you press on that. Oh, PTS, yes. You take a photo, you take another photo, you check your pockets, you put your hand
You
on
peel
the
apart
photo.
the photo and negative from your first PTS image.
Even if you look at it.
It's the first PTS photo negative. It's the first.
I'm sure it's a reference to Star Trek, but I'm currently watching the old Star Trek, and I'm just at the end of season 2. There's just one more season, or maybe that's a reference to the new Star Trek, because this is like 95, so definitely after the Next Generation. Even the 5th one, which is called the Next Mutation, but clearly when that came out, the Next Generation just came out.
This is the second PTS.
Yes.
You peel apart the photo and negative from the second PTS image.
I think Star Trek Next Generation even came like in 91 or something. I'm not sure.
It's the negative. This is the second.
So you have these things, these photo and negative. So you have to pick one and put it with the other one.
In this galaxy.
No, or this one with this
in
one.
this galaxy.
Or this one with this
Nothing.
one. Or this one, and you put it there. And then this one, and you put it there.
The PTS is online and working. We can now launch to polysorbate.
Okay. So taking photographs, 2 still photographs of the star system, the galaxy in front of us, would give us like the navigational coordinates, whatever. It's like a GPS, PDS, photo triangular system, whatever. And there's a camera on one side of the ship and another one there, and then okay, I guess, yeah, right, okay, I'm done, maybe, whatever. We can now go to that, so we can do initiation, and then we can go to Delta Upsilon, which is where we were, or polysorbate. It's the only places we can go for some reason. So polysorbate. Okay, so exit. I think I have to transport here or something. By doing this, maybe. Poly.
The shuttle feels.
This is not
EVA suits weren't.
We have to maybe talk to him.
I am here to. What may I do for you, sir? Step over to the transport pad and I will beam you down to the surface.
Yes. That's something back in the day. It wasn't a puzzle, but I was like, what? How do I go to the thing? This shouldn't be difficult. You need to talk to him. Poop.
Manual tosses you a transport signaler.
You can only use this from the place I beam you to.
Like if I ends things like
Don't
that.
pick at it. That would. You summon. Sure, you've been in space a long. It wouldn't be. You summon the. It feels. That's
right?
Hey, don't put. You get it.
Exactly. There's nothing interesting here. Like even if I go in there, and there's more stuff to. And it's liquor.
You start to say something, and then you drool.
Ah. thanks for the raid, Retro Renegade. Hello, you two. How's it going? What were you playing, man? So I have to go to the implants and stuff. I could go back to play some arcades if I wanted to, but no. The good old Zelda 1 or what? Link to the Past? Randomizer? Everybody plays the randomizers. Oh! Really? Oh, okay. Look, when you say Zelda, it doesn't mean anything, man. And you say like Zelda mate, like it's nothing, like I should understand what you're playing, but there's like 20 games you could not even joking. There's so many Zelda games. I know you're not playing like the CI games or whatever, but there's at least 5 pretty popular Zelda games. Could be playing Breath of the Wild. So you need to boop, 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 boop. Give him that Callahan thing that you picked up at and this is not a hard puzzle, even though that they open up the game in the sense that you can go back to the arcades, not into the bar, I think. But we can check it out.
Hello there, Mr. Blatz. I think I have something you might be interested in.
Think so, hey?
Oh, I really think you'll find it interesting.
Ooh! Why, I'd love to take that off your hands. Of course, you realize that it's illegal to sell those, but I could trade you for something. Look around and see what interests you.
I could really use a cyberspace jack.
Tell you what, I'll trade you for one of those fine specimens in the case. What do you say?
No, I want the jack or it's no deal.
Oh, now take it easy, Sonny. I think we can do business.
Those 3 frames of animation.
I'm glad you see it my way. It's been a pleasure. Take care, Fester. I gotta fly.
Yeah, let's see if we can go back into that bar. No, we can't.
Seems the Endrodroid's last visit has caused a permanent change of hours for this establishment. Like none. Hey, don't. Your words.
Exactly, all generic. And since I got stuck here at the beginning on this planet, I tried all the things. Aliens. We ever played Broken Sword? Someday I'm sure. It's not really on my list of games, even in the point and click genre, since I'm playing all sorts of games, as you might know. But yeah, hello everybody who hasn't been here. I'm Retro Gaming Junction. I'm not Retro Gaming Junction. I'm Simon or Cameleo. Cameleo, K-A-M-E-L-E-O. Or Simon, if Cameleo was too complicated
I
for you.
probably...
No, that's not the thing. Need to end this. But I play all sorts of retro games. Oh, that was loud. All sorts of retro games, point and click adventures, RPG mostly, but action adventures, stuff like that.
What may I do for you, sir?
Game like Zelda would be perfectly up my alley, but I don't really play Zelda since I try to play games that people don't play anymore, which are great. These games are great. I'm sure Broken Sword is great, but I've heard things that like it's a great game, but there's so many other great point and clicks that it's not like on my top list of games to play right now. And since when I play a series, I play all the game of the series if I can, at least up until we're there. And I don't own it. That's another thing. A lot of the games I play right now, I've bought, like the Might and Magic series. I bought the whole Might and Magic series way back when. on GOG when it's like the Space Quest, same thing, a bunch of those. Initiation, nav, and then we go back to Delta Vixen, and that's pretty much it. How do you play the old games? With DOSBox, usually? The DOS games I play with DOSBox. This one is with Scummvm. You can usually find a way to play all these games. There's emulation for anything, so. Like, I don't even bother with, sometimes depending. Like, if I found a game, like, I will usually try to find the best, because sometimes there's like 6 versions of the freaking game. Try to find the best version. Give DOS and Scummvm on the Raspberry. Yeah, exactly. You gave, you have. I mean, you mean. Now we can open this. Yeah, I usually try to find the best version, and to emulate it or play it the best way I can. Sometimes it's a source port, sometimes it's a mod, sometimes it's emulation. Let's go to lab A. Hello, insane chicken. How you doing?
You know, he's a bit ticked at you. I'd leave him alone unless you've got something really important to bug him. He's kind of gross looking. Let's not.
Okay, this part is awesome. The net, because this is what, like, there was internet back in the day, but it was like mostly a little bit more than 95. Yeah, it was more than just BBS, but it was like, ugh. It was crappy internet.
That's an interesting idea. Not a good. It would appear that it that's.
What the fuck? Oh, I need to power it up, you dumbass. Boom. A cyber function even. There you go. Boom. Cyber function. But like they make fun here of the cyber or information.
Talk about a brave new world. You'd better be up for it if you plan to explore this cyber terrain. This cyber terrain is just a little arid. It's just more evidence to confirm the old adage that if there's time enough to do it, there's time enough to do it half-assed.
The information superhighway that the internet was supposed to be, that it is right now. Like, if you want some information, go on the internet and boom, 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 Google it, and boom, you're done. But back in the day, they were talking like, the internet will be this big thing, and it was not for a while. It was just AOL and stuff like that.
Talk about a brave new world. You'd better be up for it if you plan to explore this cyber terrain. Not even cyberspace is immune from the mentally deficient types who shoot at road signs. How macho they must think they are. Cool. Cyber cacti. Don't touch that. Hey, leave the signs alone. Were you born in North Fork or what?
As I remember, there's not much to interact here. Is that old Nintendo game? Not at all. This is a PC game. This is an old 1995 DOS. Or there was a Windows version, but this is essentially a DOS game. what you would call it.
Hey,
Oscar.
free birdseed, and so conveniently placed under a huge boulder, too.
That alone was that was your first mission in Command and Conquer. Try to play it online.
Forget it. You don't resemble that bird. Well, except for the pin feathers in those chicken legs of yours.
Man, Nintendo game, there was no voice like that. Even in the Nintendo 64 era.
Hey, free bird.
Nintendo games are not known for their voices, right? Weirdly enough. Well, not enough, but it's...
Talk about a brave...
just a thing. Wait for it. If you're older than 30 years old, you will remember this. Maybe not fondly, but you will remember this. In a second. You'll know when it happens. That's fine.
You're back in your... Not even cyber...
That's pretty much it. Wait for it. There you go.
For those of you who aren't paying attention, that's a stop sign. Hey, leave the signs alone. You're uttering... It's an office sign. Hey, leave the signs alone.
Ah, it's when I open this, so it's not right now. I'm gonna check it, some stuff here, but it's in there.
The sign says it all. There was much talk and rhetoric about the information superhighway, but the executive and legislative branches seem quite opposed to getting together on just about anything either one of them introduces. Just look at the space program. Anyway, the frustration of a former employee is documented in the amendments to the opens date.
Never.
Wow, a genuine Tonkoid M501, and the best year, too. It's been a long time since it's rolled over any plastic crate. Wow, it's out of commission now, but you did always dream of driving one of these babies when you were a rugrat. You get a jump on... It's a BFT 9000 Cyber Earth mover. It's been sitting far too long to be able to start now. Your words are so unspectacular,
Well, hello,
nature
Mr.
doesn't even
Fancy
see fit to
Pants.
grant it an echo.
Thanks for the follow, Mr. Insane Chicken.
Girders, some of the building materials some airheaded committee thought necessary for their project, lay unused and heavily rusted. A rag hangs from the sawhorse. Who knows what it last wiped up?
Ah, there's something here you have to pick up. That's a screwdriver. Oh my god, that's really like almost... I thought you could see it better.
A screwdriver lies on the ground, probably discarded by the malcontent who vandalized the sign. A rag hangs...
Looks like I can pick this up.
That wouldn't...
You can't.
That's The Port Ahead by Schroed Johns Incorporated stands silently waiting to make its designated collection of organic waste products. This seems to be the contractor's office for the information superhighway. It's not too congested. A blue sky complete with moon is visible above the fog of cyberspace. Oh, mama! I'm guessing one too many burritos for the last guy in here.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
It sounds real empty. A carelessly discarded bucket of building material has been spilled and allowed to harden. There's nothing. You drool. These weeds are a handy place to mark your territory. Go ahead. No one's looking. It's as useless to you as it is where it stands. Hey, don't put your mouth on that.
Okay. Let's go. Are you ready? This is it, guys. Nostalgia right there. Yeah, and that was the Windows that when you bought this game, that was the Windows that was pretty much on everyone's computer. Windows 95 maybe just came in, but this was Windows 3.1 was like this.
Next.
Pretty much.
This is the magic window whence you came.
Dusty J, yes, Windows 3.1 was the best Windows. I don't know about that.
Get your head out. That's not a good thing to do. You have... This is the magic window whence you came.
Oh, I mean...
Get your head out. That's not a good thing to do.
File?
You have none.
You have none options.
You probably want us to say something corny, like Klingons in Sector 28, Captain. What, you expect a help function for only $59.95? Don't pick at... You saw... It would...
Okay, you can't really touch anything.
This is the magic window whence you came. It looks like some poor slob actually waited for his number to be called and died for his troubles. Similar to the mint bowl found on the desks of receptionists in those pre-super information highway days, a mint candy icon symbolically takes up valuable desktop space.
Next.
It looks strangely like a bell. Very tidy. A trash can. That might be a perfect place to store all those vital screen-saving programs like that cool Yasser Arafat version you've downloaded from POL. Pardon me, but I'm just a little nervous about this trash can thing. Didn't someone already go to court and spend wads of buckazoids over this?
Gary! Just read the copy, for Christ's sakes. We're not paying you to think. We just want that pretty voice of yours. All right, you friggin' union geek. Okay, people. Mr. Owens has gathered himself together, and we are ready to pick it up from that oh-so-fascinating Barney Fife meets Perry Mason segue. All right. Animation to speed. And roll.
Although just a false front icon, it holds the promise of a tomorrow where true plug-and-play AM radio is no longer just a dream.
Next.
This world's a great big ball of dirt with 50 billion souls who like to sit around and veg down in the dark like moles. But me, I'm just the kind of girl who loves the open air and bits of unburned hydrocarbons blowing through my hair. New soil and clear, at last it's here with clearly better taste. Less people too, like me and you, and less reprocessed waste. More hearty crunch for snacks or lunch, it's crystal clear to see. New soil and clear, the last frontier for folks like you and me. New soil and clear, clearly less people, clearly more taste.
Yeah. You have to see Soylent Green to understand that.
Nah.
That's a clock. It wouldn't be prudent. A darling little fan icon. Hey, don't put... That's delightful. Look, they even plan to have screen... That's the refreshments folder. Don't be looking for your father's Playboys in here either. You summon the ability...
Okay, let's take a number. Oh, we have a problem here. It's serving number 8. What?
Cool. That looks like the file place.
Everyone knows that's the file manager.
Whatever. It still blows. Even a lowly pond-sucking janitor knows that.
I'm sure Win 2001 will be better.
Well, you hold your breath and I'll hold what I want while waiting for it, and we'll see who's...
Cheese it! Someone is listening to us, and I'm certain they didn't pay to hear this.
You're right. They'd probably like to hear more of me. I am the hero.
Next.
Well, I sure did pay to hear this. Maybe you guys didn't pay to hear this, but I did pay.
What do you
I
know?
bought this game
And
like 3 times.
Let's puke hard fusion.
Minimum.
That, boys and girls, is Sis Innie. She runs things around here like an iron maiden, with the firmness of titanium BVDs, with the control of a steel belt reinforced brassiere. It looks strangely like a bell. Similar to the mint bowl found on the desks of receptionists in those pre-super information highway days, a mint candy icon symbolically takes up valuable desktop space.
Yeah. Still relevant. So.
That, boys and girls, is Sis Innie. She runs things around here like an iron maiden, with the...
Oh, I did do that.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
It does not.
No, I don't seem to have that one, but...
Oh, I am sorry, sir. Strangely enough, there's no provision for buts in this system. You either have the number shown or you do not. Now, please await the calling of your number. Thank you very much. I have important things to do. Next.
No problem, man. I know how late it is for you. So yeah, you have to do the... Oh, but just a second here. There's a thing. Yeah, I can pick up that here.
Bet you can't fit that thing in your pants.
Oh yeah?
Guess I was wrong. It does fit. There must be plenty of spare room in there.
Oh! Oh! So yeah, we need to use the freaking
as cool.
Or just open this.
Don't pick.
Yeah. This there you go.
Does your number match the one shown by the counter?
As a matter of fact, I do possess that number. Read it and weep, Pixel Woman.
Oh no, you can't possibly.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I guess you're right.
You bet your palate, little 32 by 32 pixel mama.
Okay. Files and tons of files. Yeah. So you have to open up some files here, like this.
That drawer isn't even close to a drawer that starts with the letter R.
R. Yes, because if you remember... Sorry. If you remember, we need to find Rigel... something. I can't even remember. And I've played this game a bunch of times. But R. That's way back when they said like, oh, you'll need the Cyberjack. Well, it's last episode, but it seems to be far away, even if it's like 2 days from... It's 2 days that I played this. But back in the day, you would get stuck and like... You would get here like 3, 4, 5 weeks, maybe 6 months, maybe. I did get stuck a long while at the beginning in the bar, but that's after that. But still, it would be a couple of weeks, I assure you. So I have to go to the R section. R. So you look at they go a little out like this one. When you get there, you have to do this. There you go. And then Rancid. Nigel Rancid. Nigel Rancid.
You that bores.
I didn't look at anything
Man,
here.
these filing cabinets are a mess. Even I could keep them up better than this.
Oh, great. Nice automated filing system.
You can go directly to the answer here, because now you look at this. Nigel Rancid and his brother Syngent are hired thugs. Most recently, the Rancid brothers have been employed by Dr. Aidan Bellox. That's the doctor. That's the guy that's outside of this cybernetic place. And Sharpay of the Golden Lightyear Retirement Community on the Version 5. That's what NTFS looks like. Exactly. Bellox, Sharpay, and Santiago. So you can go to Bellox, Sharpay, or Santiago right now. We're going to S, Santiago, which is right here. Or S, no, S is the next one, it's this one. This is where I have to go, but I'll go elsewhere first, just for another joke, I think. Oh, it's an I. Oh, it's an I think. Sorry. Because if you know the answer, because one file will lead you to another, till eventually you find out what's going on. But if you try to go to the right file immediately, no? I thought it was like Project Immortality, the last one. Whatever. Sorry to waste your time. Trying to find which one you can open. It's pretty clear they're like already a little open, like this one. Santiago, Stellar, Santa Claus, Sans Souci. Oh yeah, this needs a great, big defrag. There's a lot of corrupted files.
That file apparently doesn't want to open.
A lot of them doesn't want to open. Sharpay. I'm not gonna look at any of them. Must be in the one in the middle. Oh, it's project, so it must be P. Yeah, it's here. But I have the other file, so maybe it won't do the thing.
General drawer failure. Please step off and try another approach. You get the General. You get.
Oh, really? What? I have to do it from here. And then he's gonna be able to open this one though. Look.
Now, what have we here? You haven't found the clue to this file's existence, yet somehow you know. Perhaps subtracting a few 100 points from your score will teach you. Cheaters never prosper.
cheaters or just a guy who played the game before and who doesn't want to go through all these.
That's...
You can still do it, but you are going to miss on points if I don't go into the other... But what does this say? Corpsman Stellar Santiago was a member of the Starcon fleet before departure from this world, with attempting to rescue a janitor second class was stationed aboard SCS Deep Shit A6. Sharpay Bellox. We did that. Sharpay. Philanthropist of the First Order, this benefactor of many good causes is known throughout the universe simply as Sharpay. Sharpay's more recent project has been the Golden Light Year Retirement Community, where she hopes to spend her declining years. Always thinking of others, this grand lady will leave a legacy of charitable works behind her. Nah. She's far more nefarious.
That wouldn't...
Dr. Aidan Bellox is the Chief Medical Administrator of the Golden Light Year Retirement Community. He has gained much notoriety over his controversial efforts to mitigate the effects of, some say, to altogether eliminate aging. Project Immortality, which I already have. The Holy Grail of narcissists everywhere, Project Immortality is the cold hard scientific name applied to the cold hard science that is the fountain of youth of our times. Project Immortality is founded by Sharpay and overseen by controversial Dr. Aidan Bellox. It promises humankind the hope of the ages, eternal life. Sure wouldn't make marriage a scary proposition though, does it? Endgame. Endgame. Not really, there's a bunch of things to do. And now I can use a printer, I think, or just put these in there.
The cyber printer accepts your cyber file gratefully and begins to print. The question is, what exactly is the output of a cyber printer?
What do you think?
Next.
I have to put them all in there? Huh.
Well, what do you know? Maybe there is something to this superhero reputation thing after all. And after that episode with the egg beater, I thought you'd never impress me again.
And bye-bye. Now we don't have to do this again. Use a blank here.
You smartly drop the board in place, spanning the gap between the two bridge sections.
Uh-oh, this way is it.
He seems to be busy with his experiment.
So these are the files.
These are the printouts of the files you've collected from cyber...
To incriminate Mr. Bellox.
Well, Dr. Bellows, I think you've got some explaining to do.
You're out of your mind, Wilco.
So, what do you have to say for yourself now, Doctor?
Confronted with the facts found in the files you located, he freaks and spills all.
Oh, my...
Eloquently stated.
I didn't think this all the way through until I'd crossed my own personal ethical line. It had already gone too far. The experiments alone. I thought I could do just this one thing and still live with myself. Love can move a person to do some strange things, Wilco. She knew how I felt and used it to her advantage.
I think I know what you mean about that love thing, but wait a minute. Slow down. Are you saying you have the hots for... I mean, you are actually romantically intrigued by Sharpay? Wow. You are serious. I agree that love can make you do some weird stuff. In this case, though, it made you do some stuff that was unethical and illegal, Doctor. Where is Stellar Santiago? I know she was alive, that her death was faked. What have you done with her?
Great Caesar's ghost. The woman, she's still alive, but I'm afraid not much time remains.
She is? What do you mean, not much time remains?
As you must realize by now, the Golden Light Years project was merely a front for the research I'd been conducting per Sharpay's wishes. She is intensely fearful of death. You probably didn't notice that she is getting up in age a bit.
Yeah. Who could have guessed that?
In very simple terms, Janitor Wilco.
That's janitor second class, pal. And don't you forget it.
Excuse me, Janitor second class. As I was saying, Sharpay feared dying, enough to take the lives of others to save her own. She knew I loved her. I remember the day I met her. It was at the funeral of... Oh, I believe it was her fourth husband, and I remember never having seen her look so radiant. I fell for her, hard, and she knew it. You should have seen her in black.
I'll pass, thanks. Just tell me about Stellar.
Okay. The bottom line is that I have developed a way to extend Sharpay's life by transferring her mental essence into the body of another. It was to be you until your friend Stellar Santiago got in the way. We thought no one would miss you. Go figure. What I have done is to employ nanotechnology to take over the designated host body, as is happening with your friend as we speak.
Stellar's body is being taken over by Sharpay? Jeez. I don't understand. Is there anything we could do to stop it?
I've never really thought of it that way.
Well, think about it now. We have to save Stellar. You can't let her die. You can redeem yourself at least to some degree, Doc.
As much as it pains me to admit it, you're right, Roger. You're right. Okay, I think I may have a plan. We can save her. There are some interesting spin-off technological breakthroughs. I'm going to send you in to stop Sharpay.
Say what? No, I don't think...
It's her only chance. If you seriously care for your friend, you'll do this.
Oh, the only way, huh?
The only way.
Well, okay then. I hope you're sure about this.
I'm positive. Here's how we shall go about it. You will move your shuttle into Lab B. Meanwhile, I will generate new software for your shuttle's navigational system, which will help you locate the nanites, the very small robotic devices I developed for the intrusion. One of them is Sharpay. If you can stop Sharpay, well, your friend's chances of survival improve immensely. Then, once I have located and extracted you, I shall work to repair whatever damage may have been done to Stellar during the attempted incursion.
Looks like a plan. We're gonna enter Inner Space style. If you've never seen the movie Inner Space, see the movie Inner Space.
The shuttle is nicely miniaturized by the beam deal. Hopefully, it is reversible. Perhaps you should have asked about that. There are some things you can't afford to have smaller.
Like my arm? My finger? Where is it? Is it that pixel over there? That was also a part that was really just too much. And this was fine. It's just the cockpit and the animation behind the cockpit, which is... It did it on DOS, it did it on Windows. There's nothing to do. It's just there. But now Scummvm works fine, except like there's a little couple of places we did glitch. And then I said that everything was a little faster. Like this was also a problem. This was like 2 frames a second. Not that it really matters, but like this here was It looked nothing like this. This is the intended what it's supposed to look like. And here we are. Into stellar. Interstellar, into stellar. You get it. What? Wasn't even intentional or anything. I think you can open up some stuff.
The trunk is empty. You really don't need to open it again. Exactly. Even though you're...
You got it.
Even though you're in space, you shouldn't pop the trunk or hood while traveling.
Am I traveling? I'm not really traveling right now. Can I use
that?
Oh,
that's right. Manual is offline in here. He can't help me now.
Oh, and we have some software here. Acme 99 detector shuttle subroutine. Done. Nanites here, nanites there. And this gave some points. I don't have to do that, by the way. Can I pick up that? My disc? No, I can't. Nope.
It's pretty sticky out there. Maybe you should wear your EVA suit.
Maybe I should. I'll need that helmet. No, just wear it. There you go. You don't have to wear the helmet there. Thank you. That thing's kind of annoying. But I think we will stop right here. This has been a great stream. Love you guys as always. Thanks for watching. Next time I will continue the quest of space. The space quest. The Spinal Frontier. This is why it's called the Spinal Frontier. This part here. But this part here isn't like the biggest part in the game. It's about 1/3 of the game, but that beeping is annoying, right? Roger Wilco, Isolation. Yeah, I think I go back in there. Just
this heat tile looks loose.
Oh,
whoops! This heat.
I want to go back in. Doesn't want to go back in.
Whoops!
Don't know why. Yeah, tomorrow, Might and Magic. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, Sunday tomorrow, Might and Magic 3. After that, Monday will be more Space Quests, and Tuesday will be Arx Fatalis. Wednesday, no stream, and Thursday I'm gonna be starting with Terra Enigma. So of course, as always, we will be rating someone. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, I'll be raiding Mr. Goomba Troompa, who's playing some Fire Emblem. So, see you tomorrow, 8 PM Eastern Time for some more Might and Magic, or Monday with some more Space Quest, which will be the last stream of Space Quest. We'll end on that. Remember to have fun, guys. Peace.